Hi everyone. Today I am going to be listening to a band entitled The Cold Stares. The Cold Stares, as in giving you a cold stare. I'm not sure I even know how to do that into the camera, so I won't try. The piece is called Hard Times, and I have a few things to read about the band since it's my first exposure to them. I don't even know what era they're from, so let's find out. Originally from Western Kentucky, the Cold Stares are authentic hard rock, blues rock, and rock and roll with powerful vocals and outstanding songs. Says who? I'll have to find out whether I agree with that. The Cold Stares story is enough for a drama series. Cancer, suicide, betrayal, divorce. Oof. There's a richness running through the songs with dark, multi-layered narratives that course through every twist and turn. I had written Hard Times in December of 2019, right before the world kind of collapsed, said Tapp. The song is about the feeling when you just can't get on your feet no matter how hard you try. I had originally recorded the vocals in February, but after listening back to the track in October of 2020, I felt it was right to re-sing it. After a year of COVID, elections in the US, seeing friends losing loved ones, small businesses being closed, I had a new empathy for what hard times can really mean. I re-recorded the vocals with that in mind, and I think the song was directed from even more of a real place of despair. To me, it's always about capturing as honest of a sentiment and vocal as possible. Well, that's interesting, and I'd be curious to hear, if possible, although probably it wasn't released, the original vocals, and compare how the experiences of that year had enough of an impact on the singer to change the way they felt and sang the piece. That would be a fun little study, but obviously that's not available. So we'll just listen to the final version here and see how it strikes us.
Roll it.
Roll it.
Here we go.
Da-da-dum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, ba-ba-ba. It's almost, let's see, what piece is that? Da-da-dum, 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 da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Is it what is the Bach orchestral suites, I think? It's kind of quoting from that, isn't it?
Here we go.
A little bit heavier. Kind of nice the way the introduction hits us really in the present, actively up front, and then the voice comes in kind of in the mix, and then suddenly it's as if the instrumentation decided, oh, we need to get out of the way. Let's back off here a little bit. It's an interesting way of making the transition. A little bit delayed in response.
Walls are closing in. Oh, and I lost my only friend. And my girl, she walked away. Oh, and we can't make amends. And I can't pay my rent, and I can't even sleep at night. Black cat won't cross my path, and my chest is getting tight, yeah. It's hard times with nothing but worry on my mind. It's hard times, but still won't ever crack. You don't break your every mirror.
definitely lyrically, it's the type that's saying, I feel like life is just out to get me right now. And have you ever seen somebody, have you ever known somebody where there's nothing really outstandingly wrong about them? They're a perfectly ordinary person, but it seems like somehow life just decided to knock them down every time they turn around. And you think, what did they do to deserve all of this? I mean, okay, we all have our hard knocks. We all hit our bumps in the road. We all go through hard times. But sometimes, for some reason, one thing after the next, after the next, after the next, and you see someone and you think, oh, they finally got a break. Oh, no. So much for that idea. And you watch them get knocked down again. And this music kind of feels like it's talking about that in the first person. So now it's me that's feeling like I just get hit every time I turn around.
You know the picture's getting clearer. Flat tire on my automobile and a black cloud in my windowsill, and I can't even pay my bills, and I got a fever and I'm feeling ill. It's hard times. Well, nothing.
And this riff, this musical theme that's the feature of the piece. Dum bum dee 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 bum bum dee 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 dee. It has an almost circular feel to it. It manages to cycle around, and it's constantly descending as well, which it helps convey this whole feeling of it's coming around again, it's coming around again, it's coming around again. I feel like I can rest for a minute, but then down it comes on me again. Just
And I'm feeling ill. It's hard times. Well, nothing but worry on my mind. It's hard times.
because the starting note of this musical figure is also the resolution of the figure. So this bum bum, the starting note, dum bum, then it goes da 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 dee 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 dum bum bum bum. It has to go back to there to resolve, which means it's cycling round and round. To end it means to launch it again. Kind of like Pete and repeat set on a bridge.
It's hard times. Well, nothing but trouble on my mind.
But it is quoting some Bach orchestral music pretty clearly. It would be interesting to take this and set it side by side to the sheet music with some Bach pieces and see how much we can actually cut and paste and just change the pacing and have it be the same thing.
Sleep at night. Black cat won't cross my path, and my trousers are getting tight. It's hard times. Well, nothing but worry on my mind. It's hard times. Well, nothing but trouble on my mind.
And how do you end a piece like that when it wants to repeat and repeat and repeat forever, right? You just have to cut it off at some point and be like, well, okay, we've had enough of that topic now. Well, I guess there are plenty of people in this world that have been through periods in their life that felt like this. And, well, 2019, 2020, 2021, I think it felt like that for a lot of people. So, very relevant, very, very, very relatable for that time. At the same time, because there's nothing really specific that anchors it to that particular time and set of circumstances, it's also very relatable on just a very ordinary level. And I guess this is one of those pieces where it could stick around for quite a few years as something that, when you just need a therapeutic feel sorry for myself session, let's turn on this music and just dig into it for a little bit. And then maybe we'll feel like we can come up and fight some more, try to swim against the current a little bit more, and maybe we'll find a way out. It feels kind of classically rock. I guess this is the second one I'm listening to recently, which is a modern band, which is managing to pull out a sort of classic sound, at least what it sounds like to my ears. And nothing really grand, nothing highly sophisticated, but that very direct, immediate, everyman relatable quality which so much of rock music, especially the classic rock, manages to convey. And I'm curious about some of these bands. Will they develop to the point that they have the level of sophistication and artistry that some of those great classic bands ended up having over time? We won't know for a few more years, but it's kind of fun to see this style of music reappearing, popping its head up, even now. So that was my first exposure to The Cold Stairs, Hard Times. A nice, simple, relatable, everyman's experience. Even if you haven't felt like this at some point in your life, you probably know somebody who has. And it's a good reminder for us to always remain sympathetic and empathetic, and always be ready to, do what we can to help somebody in a hard spot, because hard spots come, and it's good to have a friend when you're in one. Well, that was a fun kind of classic return, and we'll see what comes next. I'll see you soon.